Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the What the Football channel. This is the BH and Scrubber show. And on today's show, we are going to be recapping the win that the Commanders had over the Giants this past weekend. Kind of a funky game, but we won. Just some housekeeping. Please tune in Friday. We drop our preview show for the upcoming Steelers game. Be sure to watch that. We point out a lot of things for you to pay attention to when you watch the game. We're pretty spot on, and it'll help you watch that game as we play the Steelers. Also, too, speaking of the Steelers, join us Sunday right here on this channel. I will be doing the play-by-play live reaction. And, of course, BH will be in the chat room answering all your questions with all our subs and viewers and fantasy players, and everybody gets in there and it's a lot of fun. Welcome, BH.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, everyone show up, man. I tell you, when we stream, it's a blast. I mean, everybody was there. Chris and V and Mountain Man. I mean, the '80s kid. It's a fun group, man, and we all have a good time. And it's really kind of cool to listen to, do the game that way. So, that game against the Giants, we talked about it. It seemed a little strange. I never felt like we were going to lose that game. But I just felt there wasn't, I don't know, it was just something missing. It was just a weird kind of game.
Yeah.
I did read somewhere, and this was interesting, that some guy was talking about the defense. They kind of did a shell, and they were trying to basically wait for Danny Dimes to make a mistake because he's so prone to mistakes. But it kind of backfired because we were back playing that kind of game. They saw what we were doing, and they just ran. And you saw what happened. I mean, they went through us like greased lightning, man.
Yep.
I mean, woof.
Yep.
But then I think we, halftime, Joe Witt got with coach and said, okay. And then we cut that. They had a few good runs, but we stopped that shit. But they had a pretty good passing day. We had some big stops when we needed them. But, boy, it seemed like that Daniel Jones was kind of having his way. He had a pretty darn good day statistically. He did pretty darn good. So, but our guys came through once again. Jaden Daniels had just another great game. God, man, it's just hard to believe the guy's a rookie. When you were out there watching, we go, well, right? We watch 7, 8, 9, 10-year guys doing shit. You just shake your head and go, dude, you've been in the league for 8 years. Yeah. What are you doing? What did you see? So, I mean, he makes his own mistakes and stuff, but man, he never, ever blows it. So he was great. Terry had 2 touchdowns, which was awesome. Dante Fowler had 2 sacks, I think, and a forced fumble. So once again, Dante Fowler, man, is he's really paid off. I mean,
what
that
I thought
guy's
was funny about that, though, is he got a low PFF score.
I know. Exactly. I'm glad you brought that up. That was like, I was like, what did he do wrong?
Yeah.
And I mean, he is not, I'll be honest with you, he's not great against the run. So if he got knocked out of position in the run, perhaps, maybe, that affected it. But gosh, yeah, I'm thinking, what more does a guy got to do to get over 60 points? But
yeah,
Jesus. But hey, man, Dante Fowler has more sacks than Chase Young and Montez Sweat combined.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
See you guys. And Montez is over there in New Orleans, and every time I see him, he has one move. If that move doesn't work, he's toast. He has no secondary moves. I'm glad they moved on with him. I mean, San Francisco saw him and they said, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And, so, and we got a pick for that, right? Didn't they send us a pick for him or something? We traded him. I think we got a 3rd rounder.
Yeah.
We got a 2nd round pick for Montez. Nothing against Montez. He's a good player, but gee, a 2nd round pick.
Yeah, because we had
probably
2 3rd rounders in the draft.
Right. Yeah. And we got I think we had 2 2nd rounders, because we got Jerzon with the first one and Mike Stangersil with the second one, which I think was the Montez Sweat thing. So, okay. I mean, once again, Adam Peters, man, just kicking ass. And I tell you, when talking about PFF, they do their all-star team for the week, the highest graded player at every position. They do offense and defense. And lo and behold, I almost fell out of my chair. The highest rated left tackle, Brandon Coleman.
Yeah.
Washington Commanders. Damn. Yeah. So, and what's his name there? That Josh, Brian Burns, their high paid free agent that they got. He had like a 50 PFF. So Brandon Coleman ate his lunch, man. That guy, they didn't put. And once again, this is another thing. Giants lead the NFL in sacks.
Yeah.
And we gave up no sacks.
None. Yeah,
Zero.
Coleman was splitting with Lucas before, and I think he played 100% of the snaps.
Yep, he played every snap. So, yeah. So that was his first whole game. That's his first. You're the man. Go do it. So really impressive. And then one last thing on my point was Mike Sainristil is playing really good, but I did not realize how much Mike was playing on the outside.
Yes.
He's playing like a 350 outside snaps this year to 120 and slot snaps. So the outside coverage has been so bad. They have to get the rookie to go out there and cover and I still think they Igbenogany's been pretty good, but I still think those are the guys they want to try and take advantage of, St-Juste and Igbenogany, and, because they move their guys around and stuff. But so anyway, but hats off to a rookie having to play out of his position and still getting the job done. So,
yeah.
Well, what did you think?
Well, going to Sainristil, I think most of his slot stuff was early in the season.
It was
120. And most of these last probably 4 or 5 games have been on the outside. Igbenogany has been doing really good. St-Juste is getting burned, but when I was watching him, he's right there on the tackle. He's right there on the guy. So it's always kind of close. He's a tall, lanky guy, and he's up against Malik Neighbors. Anybody's going to struggle with him, but I believe the scuttlebutt today is they brought in Marshawn Lattimore from New Orleans to play for the Commanders. So we'll see what they do with that. I don't know if they're going to kick St-Juste to the curb and put him in there or what they're going to do, but we'll see with that. Overall, I thought the game was good, like you said, but I think what it is we were on the road. We're playing against a division team that we struggle with. No matter how bad they're doing, we always just struggle with them. So you could really say that it was a really good game, because normally we lose 35-13, and we won. So 27-22, I think it was. And so I thought they did a great job. I was really happy with the defense. Again, doing a good job. Actually, Danny Dimes did have a good game for the Giants. He finished up with great numbers. Early in the game, he had crap numbers, but by the end of the game, he had good numbers. He ran on us a few times and ate us up, but I feel like the defense held. I thought that strip sack early in the game kind of shut down the Giants a little bit, beat them up a little bit, but they came back in the second half. As far as the offensive side is concerned, I thought Noah Brown, again, a super stud. I thought that Dyami Brown, he only caught one catch. And I think it was like on a third down, and we really needed a first down. And it was only about a 5 or 6 yard throw. And he threaded all the way through, breaking tackles for the 24-yard pickup of the first down. Almighty Zacchaeus, late in the game, it was like 2nd and 9, and we really needed a first down. We didn't want to give them back the ball. That was a 42-yard. He was wide open down there, and that sealed the game. I was really happy about that. I think Cyborg Siebert, our kicker, again doing a stellar job. Couple field goals, got all the extra points. Tressway, our punter, he only had to punt twice. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Our punter is probably the least used punter in the entire NFL, which is good. And
I know.
Crazy good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with everybody. Eckler did a great job. He had a pretty good breakup.
Yes.
30-yarder. I thought bringing in Chris Rodriguez was a little slow going at first, but he finally found his footing and he ripped off like a 17-yarder, 11-yarder, and then towards the end of the game just kept pummeling them and running the clock until we finally could. We took the knee at the end of the game. We were like on the 1 yard line, or
Yep.
the 2 yard line. And if we really wanted to, we could have just ran it in for the touchdown and
Yep.
just put the points on the board and just been dicks about it. So I like the way our coaches just say, nope, we'll just knee it.
Nope.
And we'll just roll out of this game with the victory. Because if you do something stupid like try and score a touchdown when you don't need to, someone gets hurt, then you're fucked. We've seen it in past few games, keeping people in too long. And Chris Godwin's a good example of that. Some people staying in too long, but great game by our guys. I thought we got out of there unscathed. I don't think anybody was hurt
I don't think so.
that I can think of. So,
Yeah, and we got guys getting better, and you nailed it, dude. Because I'm Pro Football Focus. I mean, here's our top 5 offensive guys: Jaden Daniels, Noah Brown, Austin Eckler, Brandon Coleman, Diami Brown.
Yeah,
I mean, there they are. You called them out.
Yeah.
Top 5D: Bobby Wagner, Dorrance Armstrong, Jerzon, 77. Another. So we wondered about Jerzon. Is he going to go back to having a 40 PFF? No. He's back up there. Quan Martin and Jeremy Chin. Jeremy Chin had a 74, but man, he looked like he was going to have a 94. Didn't you? From the eyeball test,
Yeah.
Jeremy Chin was all over, dude.
Yeah, he had 7 tackles and
yeah,
great.
and he was awesome. And he did those tackles. He did this one tackle. This guy's running, and you can see some guys trying to catch him, kind of like an end around. And here comes this bullet, man. I'm like, who the? Boom! It's Jeremy Chin. He just came out and killed the guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that was impressive. The other guys looked like they were going half speed, and here comes Jeremy Chin.
Yeah.
And of course, we talked about. I mean, so many other guys. No one really had bad scores. I mean, that's what was great. Well, okay, I don't want to say it. Ben St. Just had a bad day.
Yeah.
So, but Dante Fowler had a 52. He played like an 82.
Yeah.
We don't, what the hell went wrong there, but who cares? Hey, look, dude, man, this team is playing great. This general manager, he gets a starting left tackle in the 3rd round. He gets Mike Sainristil, and just, I mean, this young guy, they go, hey, you got to play outside now. He goes, okay, I'll do it. Yeah. I mean, his thing is the slot, hitting the run. He likes getting them. He can blitz. He's like, that's what nice thing about a slot guy. They can creep up, and boom, corner blitz. And he's not able to do that. But he's a team player, man. He's out there a little out of position, but he doesn't care. He was a team captain, another team captain, a guy who, those what team captains do. You have to lead, not by yelling and screaming in the locker room. You do what you got to do to get the job done. So, and another thing about Eckler, didn't he have a good return?
35 yards.
I think he had a 35-yard kick return. I thought Austin Eckler was dead. I thought Austin Eckler was washed. I guess not.
No.
A lot of teams are probably going, Cowboys are probably going, why the hell didn't we get Austin Eckler?
Yeah.
For what? A nickel? Didn't cost anything for that guy.
Yeah.
Yep. But our boy, I mean, hats off to him. Man, our general manager, pretty smart guy. And I'm happy for Noah Brown having a strong game because he was the hero of that game. But he came out this week and just kept it going.
Yeah.
So
he's been on fire all season.
Yep. And I think, they might have been looking at receivers, but the way our receivers are going with Noah Brown, I mean, McCaffrey hasn't even done anything yet, and he's going to bust out.
Yep.
He's going to come up and do something. I think all our receivers are just killing it.
Yep.
And we know how Jaden, like you say, he just loves to spread it, man, out of the blue. And that's hard. I got to give Diami a big thumbs up, man, because, when you're out there running routes, and the ball never comes your way. And a lot of time when it does, you see guys choke, because, so they're so geeked up to get a pass and do something with it. And not him, and he took it. And like you said, he fought and got a nice 24-yard play. So
they block a lot.
Happy for Diami.
They do a lot of blocking, and they're pretty selfless when it comes to that. So kudos to him. Yeah, Ben
Yep.
Stenock caught one. I'd like to see him get in the mix more. Luke McCaffrey, like to see him get in the mix more.
Me
Uh,
too.
Zach Ertz didn't only had one catch, so we didn't really utilize our tight ends this week. So,
Mm-mm.
but as week to week, it's always different, and I like that. I don't care. You just use
Yeah.
what uh, people that you need to work against the team that you're working against. If it's the run game, then it's the run game. If it's tight ends, then it's tight ends. If it's the receiving core, then that's what it is. And so, pretty selfless players on this team, like you said, Sandra Still, all these guys that are just playing, doing what they're supposed to do. Because man, you win that Super Bowl ring regardless of what you do. So warming the bench,
Yeah.
whatever. So blocking. I'm very happy about that game. Very, very happy about the game. I didn't feel nervous for too much, but yeah,
Not really. Yeah.
yeah. All right.
So, well, good, man. Well, I'll see you on Friday. I can't
Yeah.
wait to do our big game coming up against the Steelers. So
Yeah.
everyone get ready, man. We're coming out with that Steelers preview. That's going to be an awesome game, and that's going to be at home, right?
Yes, going to be at home at 1 o'clock, and of course we'll run it right here on Sunday. But be sure to check in with us on Friday because we always point out some good things, and that'll help you when you're watching the game to go, oh yeah, BH said this, oh yeah, Scrubber said that, and there it is. Look, and so a lot of fun for us to be able to help you with that. So join us. We covered all.
We did.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right.